Welcome everyone, my name is Echo, and today we are checking out the latest updates for the farming add-on created by Podcrash. Now today's update is all about these spirits, which are going to assist with your farms. But this add-on has also been given a bunch of quality of life updates. Now this is arguably one of the best food and crops and cooking related add-ons on the Minecraft marketplace, which is continuously being updated. The add-on is that incredible. It sits with a solid 4.8 star rating out of 5 with nearly 12,000 ratings. 89% gave it a 5 star. The new update is now available, but plenty more is coming soon. So if we scroll down and check out the change log, they said new mob spirits will help you harvest and manage your farms. New foods and recipes, new coconut tree, which is the palm tree. But besides that, they've also done some technical changes, which does improve how trees will naturally generate in your Minecraft world. If you're buying this for the first time, you'll have the latest files. If you already have this add-on just like me, make sure you update to get the latest version. Now, once you do have this installed in your newer pre-existing world, you are going to be given the farming guide. Now, something that Podcrash do very well is keeping you updated with the latest changes. Scroll to the bottom, we have the change log. Now, this is the version 1.2.0. Added spirits, hives, palm trees, mustard plant, bottles, sausages, hot dogs, and so much more. Now, these spirits are going to assist with your farms. In fact, these ones are actually active, but because we don't have any crops, they're just going to stay inside of here. In order to make yourself a spirit's hive, you are going to need hay bales. You're also going to need amethyst blocks, and you need one hopper. So grab your needed materials, open up a crafting table. If you don't see it, tap on craftable and you'll be given this. Now, this does work with a chest, with a hopper. As long as it's got these particles going on, it means the spirits are active. Now, if I remember correctly, the creator said, I think it works by a 15 by 15 radius, which is a pretty big location. And yeah, you can use multiple of these. The more you have, the more spirits you are going to have, and they will assist you. So we're just going to start incredibly basic here. Plant down a bunch of crops, fully grow these, and what should happen is our lovely spirits should come out. Now, you can use a whole bunch of seeds, and I am going to test the vanilla ones as well. So we'll go ahead, start growing these, and eventually these spirits will come out. But you are going to need some kind of container to contain them. So you might need a hopper, you might need a chest, you might need a barrel. And also one more thing to be mentioned, don't block the sides of this block, but we'll just continue to get this at full growth. Now, if you need assistance, and I'm trying not to spoil too much here, we're just going to grab ourselves one of these chests, which does have a whole bunch of seeds inside of them. So what these should do is take the seeds from here and start planting them for you. Now, we have a slight problem with this one because obviously I need to pick this one up. Do we have a pickaxe here? I need to get myself a pickaxe. You can break these manually, but if you don't have any form of storage containers, they're just going to drop them on top. So again, you can use things like barrels, right? So go ahead and put this back on top. And eventually this will start to fill up with the extra seeds that they have managed to get. Now, they've actually started to spread over to here. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just grab ourselves, you know what, on this occasion, I'll grab a barrel, I'll grab the hive, and we'll just go with a regular hopper. So we'll place down the hopper, place this on top, and then I know it's going to break it, but I'm going to have to place this on top again. So if we was to go ahead and grab a whole bunch of these seeds, place these inside of here, they should take them out and again start to do the automatic farming for you. So we should eventually have things inside of there, but I think they're just going to continue. Yeah, so they managed to fill this one up. I think what we'll do is I'll fill this one with this for now and hope that they will eventually head over to this one. I'm going to start to grow these crops and just see if they will interact with these, because I've got a separate hive on the go. Okay, so they will interact with these as well. Anywhere they find storage, they're going to fill it up with the crops. As you can see here, they start to come out. So we have a whole bunch of spirits just assisting with our farms here. I really like this. Now, I would probably scale this. You know what I mean? I'd have one farm here, go further along, and have another one. I would spread it out so I had just a certain hive focusing on a certain farm. But this just means that you don't have to worry about anything at all, because they are going to do all of the hard work for you. Now, obviously, on this occasion, I could go ahead and link this to chests and hoppers and chests and hoppers and just have a continuous farm. So you can see here, there's not enough room there, so they've came over to this one. So I wonder how this one works. So does that mean... Okay, so nothing's going in there. So that is when I would need to get myself a hopper into a chest. So let's see if this barrel has anything inside of it. Yes, it does. I also went ahead and placed this container, being the hopper, a little bit higher. So this is now holding these. So obviously the things like your hopper is going to be limited storage. So chest and barrels is probably the best way to go with this. But I think these are really, really cool. Unexpected, but a nice touch. So we can make hot dogs in this update. Now, in order to get yourself a sausage, you need to get yourself some raw pork chop. Now, inside of the player inventory, place the pork chop and you'll be able to make yourself a sausage. Now, the sausage can go inside of here, or you can put this on the grill, but you're going to need a couple of things in order to do this. You will need the stove on the top, and you'll also need an iron pan. As you can see, this is now done. If you punch this, you can take it out, or you can do it this way. It will start to make this noise and particles will happen. Just keep an eye on this for like 10 to 15 seconds. Once this is done, you're able to take this out, and we have sausages. Now, you can, of course, eat these if you wanted to, but of course, we want to combine this in order to make ourselves a hot dog. So newly introduced in this is going to be mustard sauce, right? So you get the mustard itself, or you end up with the actual seeds. If you grab yourself a bottle, a regular glass bottle, inside of a crafting table, put this with the mustard seeds, you get mustard itself, which, by the way, can go in the offhand. But yeah, you're able to combine this once again with all of these items. Now, you have to grab yourself a baguette, which is just made with regular bread. You need a sausage, which you already have, and you're going to need some kind of sauce. Tomato, for example. Now, you can see here, this is... Let's see if I can remember the recipe here. This goes here, this goes here, this goes up top. Sausage goes in there. Is it dynamic? It is not. And then you'll be given a hot dog. Now, can we place these down? So this is not a placeable item. I hope in the future they do have a bunch more placeable foods. And that's the spirit combination with the hot dogs. I really like this. And obviously, you can automate this if you set up yourself a mustard seed and mustard farm. A brand new crop was introduced. It is going to be coconuts. Now, alongside the coconuts, we do have a new type of wood. These are going to generate naturally in your world, which my guess would be via beaches, but we'll place this down and just grow it up. And you're able to also take this wood. Can we convert this into a wood type? Okay, so it makes jungle. Okay. So it's just another way to coexist with your regular Minecraft experience. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to just tower this back up for now. But you'll notice we have coconuts at the top. Now, you can break these with your hand. But if you use bone meal, you can actually catch this correctly and re-bone meal some of these. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. I think I broke the probagule here. But this will grow back. I think I've just messed it up. But these, of course, can be consumed, but even better, they can go inside of a smoothie. Now, in order to make this smoothie, you are going to need coconuts, oat milk, blueberries, and a glass bottle. Put this inside with the milk, with the berries. Wait for this to be done. Grab yourself a glass bottle, and we have a berry coconut milkshake, which, once again, the player is able to consume. Now, if I remember previous updates in this add-on, I think some of them could give you some really cool effects. So on this occasion, not quite. Now, the creators advised us to make honey mustard related foods. Now, you can make chicken as an example. You can make the cooked honey mustard chicken. You can also make it with goose. You can also make it with fish. Now, in order to do this, you are going to need honey bottles, mustard, and any kind of one of these. In fact, if you just go inside of the crafting table and type in honey, for example, you can see all of the available things you're able to make. But we'll make every single one of these here, for example, just a couple of different food variations. And again, just different foods that are available throughout this add-on. The duck. We also have the salmon. We even have the turkey. This is going to be a pork chop. And this one being your regular chicken. According to the changelog, they also added milk and dark chocolate with a bunch more recipes as well. So you can make the milk one with milk, sugar, and cocoa beans. And the other one, which I forgot to place down, is pure and simply done just with the cocoa beans. You need 2 and sugar. That's all you're going to need. In the latest updates, they added milk and dark chocolate, with milk being made with milk bucket, sugar, and you're also going to need cocoa beans inside of the crafting table. This goes here, this goes here, and this goes there. That's just the regular milk one, and you will be given your bucket back in order to make yourself the dark one. This, I believe, also requires some sugar and cocoa, and then go ahead and tap on this. Now, these can also be combined into a couple of different recipes as well, or you could go ahead and eat them. I feel like these should give you some form of a sugar rush, though. But let's say you wanted to use them and expand into more recipes. You're able to make yourself chocolate spread, cakes, and even toast. And the cake can, in fact, be placed down. Can this be placed down? Oh, we can place it down twice. Toast. I don't think we can place down toast, but this can also be eaten. As I did mention before, trees, bushes, and plants now generate using Minecraft's chunk generation. They removed crop spawning settings, adjusted breaking time of wood to match the vanilla experience. So for anyone who's checked out this add-on before, sometimes you just end up with trees randomly generating all over the place. As we explore now, trees, bushes, and all that good stuff will generate in kind of a very similar format to your regular Minecraft experience. You don't gotta worry about them popping up in your face or anything like that. But over time, you will notice they start to appear. The more chunks you load, the better this is going to be. It's just a much better experience. This is because add-ons now have better tech. Anyway, hopefully this video has kept you updated. The creators did tell me many more updates are planned. Have a wonderful day, and if you don't have this add-on already, get it. It's definitely one of the best available.